There we go. So a couple disclaimers or disclosures we want to throw out there in front. Number one, this is going to be a recorded call. So if by chance you get lost, drop us, or have to take care of an emergency, we understand life happens. So just bookmark it, pay attention to where you dropped off and jump back in. We'll be sending out this recording to our members in the next couple of days. So that'd be a chance to catch that there. One other disclosure, we are going to be talking about some numbers here. Those numbers are going to be not necessarily made up, but they are based upon a specific scenario. So when that time comes up, we'll point out where we're being specific and where liberties could be made in the future, but we're trying to be very realistic and forthcoming in our numbers, and we'll present that when that comes up. But please understand that every situation is unique. Everyone's efforts produce different results, and that's just something to be aware of. So with that being said, Ralph, let's go ahead and kick it off. Let's I guess I can tell everybody a little bit. Ralph Perone, of course, will be taking over and leading us through the introduction of MiCard. So please go ahead.
Brady, just give me a confirmation, thumbs up. You can see my screen, MiCard.
You're good to go.
All right, that's great. So I hope everybody's having a great day today. Like Brady just mentioned, we were talking about the temperature drop, a little surprising. So I hope to get outside and see what it's like because it was extremely chilly, so unlike the last couple of weeks in Florida. We'll get into this. MiCard is entering a new phase, and it's very exciting. We've hit a lot of milestones recently, so now the free card is available in both app stores. So we're very excited about that. Probably here in the next couple days, either Friday or early next week, we'll be putting the first commissionable product out. When that occurs, we'll be entering our next phase of the launch sequence, which will be moving away from our pre-launch into the soft launch, which will have about a 45 to 60 day period as well. And what that means is the first 60 days that we gave a lot of you an opportunity to get in extra early, get into the rev share, that's still going to be available continuing forward as it's a building process. Now, what we're doing at this point is the commissionable product has been made available as we've just gotten all of the Federal Trade Commission and the Security Exchange Commission from the United States permission to start selling the card, as well as it's now been deployed for distribution in the App Store. This is good. This is exciting. So you guys are at the ground level. So could you imagine going back 15, 20 years when Facebook got started and being at the ground level of something like that? So it's very exciting. What we are doing here, and I'm going to show you two different angles. I'm going to show you some examples. We're going to show you again how things are evolving very quickly. So just to talk about the business in a card, I want to kind of quickly go over two things, because as you can see here, we have MiCard, your personal promotion card, but we also have your business in a card. Okay. So what this means is we've traditionally contacted everybody. I am a professional businessman. I've been in real estate and car dealerships and gyms and everything for a long time. So when this came out originally, it was a business card, but we've been talking to a lot of folks that said, I could use this as a promotion card because of all the things and all the tools, but because I'm not really business feeling it, it can be used for students, student athletes. It can be used as an influencer. So this has all of a sudden opened up a very large audience, which I'd like to talk to you guys about here in the probably about 10 minutes. Okay. So going through the business part of the side of it, you have to understand that we have to break apart the product and the business. So when I say that, what I like to tell people, there's always going to be, when you work with us, I got to make sure I find the right one. All right. So there's three ways to get involved with MiCard. You can get involved with just getting to be a product user, which means you can go to the App Store and you can download the app. That is available in both Google and the Apple stores at this time. There's no charge. You just go get it from there, enjoy it. It's got a lot of wonderful features. You can stop using paper cards that are useless, and you can get on a free digital platform that replaces Linktree. You can take your Linktree out of all your social medias. You can start using this because it's got 10 times the features for you. So go ahead and take a look at it from that perspective. Now that's our product. We have a free. The $10 will be out, like I said, probably early next week on Monday or Tuesday. The $30 Product will be out in about 3 weeks or so after that. Okay. So those commissionable products that are coming out very quickly, those will be loaded with 17,000 affiliates for you, which are going to be the retail companies like Home Depots and Lowe's and all of the products they're in. That's huge. It's also going to come preloaded with thousands of other subcontractors. So there's going to be a lot of stuff, and I'll get into that. So that's the product. That's our card. Now we also have the ability in the middle here to earn money or join what we like to call the rev share, and or we have an affiliate program. What that means is we have two ways to work with us to get paid. Now, I wish Facebook would have done this for me 15 years ago because I would have been rich. Now, what we're doing is we're allowing you to essentially get paid a percentage of what we make as a thank you. You do have to look at this as a small business. It's very simple. As you're passing out the card, telling everybody who you are, what you do, and where to find you, some people may say, hey, how do I get one? And if they like it, we want to say thank you to you. And if they pay a subscription fee every month, we share that with you month in and month out. That's a passive residual income. It's wonderful. Okay. So, and the third thing is we do have investments, but let's focus on, we have the product, we have the opportunity to make money with us and invest. So I'm going to move on to the actual conversation of the product, because you have to understand that the ability to do the rev share and the affiliate earning off of the product are separate. Okay, so let's go quickly now through this material. Brady covered our income disclaimer. It's on the screen if you need to go back and take a look at it. This screen here just covers a little bit about my track record of ability to start and finish and achieve success, right? So what we're looking at is, can this individual actually pull off what he's saying he's going to do? And I think that the records kind of, speak for themselves, that I have the ability, I built the team, and we're working very hard 24/7 around the clock, weekends, everything, to make this work wonderfully for you. And you're at the ground level of that, and you'll be compensated for that opportunity. Now, the problem we found is with paper cards going in the trash, killing trees, there's a lot of issues, right? There's no analytics. And so when through the process, we were able to determine that the business world was changing. And so through the market analysis that we did, we were able to determine that 54 plus million people in the United States, that's huge. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. 54 million people have already been engaging this type of contact, whether it be near field communication, which is when you do like airdrop, or whether it be a digital card from a friend or something. Now, through this process and seeing this happen and watching the economy shift and people using it, there seems to be an opportunity. It's kind of like when the people left the tape player and they went into the CD. When we left the cassette player and went into the CD, that was a pretty big thing for a lot of people. Well, that was my generation. I guess my mom went from the vinyl over to the cassette. So, every time that there's a leap and bound, and I think that the paper card will always have a place, but it doesn't have the analytics. It doesn't have the video. It doesn't have all the features that I'm going to show you in just a moment. And if you can get this at no cost to you, why would you want to keep paying money for something that goes on the trash can like a paper card? It just doesn't make too much sense. So let's see why this is a no-brainer. We did a competitive analysis across all the top companies. And when we did this, we started to realize, well, let's see what they do good. And we took those items and put it in a bucket. That bucket became our core product. Once we created our core product, that's when we decided that we could do one of two things. I can go raise $20 million, $50 million, like every other company does, and then basically pay some famous person, an influencer, a bunch of money, and hope that we make sales. I went option number two. I said, how about we all get paid together? How about we all work together? Meaning, as you're out there sharing your card, telling everybody who you are, where to find you, and what you do, and you're out there doing that, and if somebody says, wow, I'd like to get a card, and you tell them just scroll down and get one, no problem. If they get something, we know because you're the one who introduced them. There's a link in the back of the card, the tracking, that shows that you're the one who introduced them. And we can thank you month after month after month with this technology, okay? So it's incredibly revolutionizing the fact that you're connected through the network, and it's basically a matrix. And we're basically saying that if you connect somebody in the matrix and they're connected to you, we're going to say thank you. And if you don't want the money, I'll give you my personal address. You can just mail the check back. Just kidding. So coming back over to the example card, as you can see, each one of these sections is completely customizable. I'm going to show you the real estate agent on a flat screen, but I'm going to show you some examples as we get through this quickly. Now, what we've done here, I'm going to show you a second pitch deck in a minute. It's got almost the same material, but a little bit different for a different audience and how it gets used. Okay, so don't get too lost. The digital business card, a personal website, all these things come together for the MiCard. It comes together underneath one thing. And what does it do for you? It gives you everything you need under one roof. Instead of having all these different services you have to deal with, and through that process, you get a very large, unique product that nobody else has. Let me go ahead and just pull off real quick and hit pause. And I want to show you what a couple of these cards look like. So let's take a look here at maybe a student, okay? As a student, this is a card that we've built, and she's got maybe her resume because she's looking for employment. Maybe she's got her Amazon store, some deals. She has the ability to put her products and stuff that she wants to make money off of affiliate and link. Are you starting to see just really quickly what this looks like? It's much different. Now, as a real estate professional, we were given this card by the board of realtors as a free card. But when I came out with mine, I kind of started to realize that this is a lot better looking than what they give me. And instead of charging for it, we decided, how can we make it available for everybody for free? Now, we do have a paid subscription, so there is upgrades, but we're giving away this amazing looking product. You can go get it tonight after the call, and you can start getting, familiar with it. Now, it can be used in a lot of different ways. Like right here, this is gentleman Sadiq. He's a famous professional bodybuilder. He's currently using Linktree. So when you click on the Linktree button, it pops up. You got to hit a button. Now, this is what it currently looks like for him. Now, if you take a quick look, it says RYSE supplements, and he's got a code here. It's kind of ugly when it says code. If you ask me, to me, it tells me all these codes. It just tells me that there's an affiliate thing, and it's tacky. So I want you to see the different names. Now, let me show you really quick what we put together for him. And by showing this to him, he was very interested, like, wow, I mean, you can't believe you guys did this. Now take a look. Unlike over here, where he has to figure out how to create all these buttons and do this, and it's really trying to only promote one social media channel, he now has the ability to replace the link tree with this, a MiCard link. His MiCard link, he could take that and now put it in an About Him section. He can get in contact. All of these are controllable. If he doesn't want to share something, he doesn't have to. All the social medias, he may have 10 different social medias. Maybe he only wants 2. It's whatever ones he's building, his audience and following, he gets to continue to do that. Or maybe he wants to build one of his other channels. He can introduce it to the line. Now, he has the ability to create other things, before and after pictures, his statistics, maybe his championships he's won, 3-time Olympia champion. He's got videos here he can put. Now, I'm sorry, but Linktree, it doesn't work, man. I mean, come on, Brady, tell me what you think here. You see the RYSE, you see the VersaGrips, those are the same companies, right? That he had on his. Well, look what happens when you click on this, Brady. It goes to it. It's still all being tracked, but doesn't this look nicer to have this type of a logo, or maybe create a link or a button? He can do either one, a link, one of these icons, or he can do a button, and he controls the names of each and every single one. Okay. So let me go back over to, let's pick a dentist. So I was talking to one of our dentists the other day, and he was like, dude, this is crazy, but I don't want to put my face on it. I'm like, how about if I put a tooth? He starts laughing. I went with it, right? So this is actually his business partner, and I did it for her so he could laugh. His name is you remember Derek from college. So Derek's out in Las Vegas. So anyways, so we put this together again: customer reviews, aftercare instruction, cleaning up. This is something that he doesn't get to do now. Now check this out. Unlike maybe a different person, like I had Home Depot and I had those. He doesn't want Home Depot. He's got Crest. So when he clicks on Crest, anything that happens or any of his patients, he now is getting paid from anything that happens in the online store. Isn't that crazy? Like he now has access to figure out from 17,000 stores which ones he wants to immediately can partner with. He doesn't have to wait months for application. He gets to use us, our dashboard, and everything gets deployed pretty quickly through the system. So he has all of this orthopedic program, our payment plans. So when I built this for him, and I'm not a dentist, so this is just me guessing at what their needs are. But again, we built this here for a spa. You know, you could have something like this, your pricing. Again, look at the beauty deals. We want to make sure that every single person is very well represented within their own space, because this isn't a mortgage broker card or a car dealership card. This has become a personal promotion tool, and it's all about you, who you are, what you do, and where to find you. So again, I just want to click through a couple more. So here we have a roofer, and the roofer's got, again, roof replacement, again, totally different things, different videos. Okay. So again, continuing forward, maybe you're, this is the spa that I thought was earlier, maybe an athlete. So an athlete, maybe he's going to sell some tickets, there's merchandise, meet and greets, maybe their schedules. So very interesting how different people can use this card for different reasons. Professional golfer, maybe they're going to meet for autograph sessions. Maybe you're buying material and he can charge a fee. If you mail it to him, he'll sign it and send it back. Now, think about how many ways you can monetize this. I was talking to some college athletes yesterday, and they want to figure out a way they can go to the high schools and to the Pop Warner, and they could use their college wherewithal, their name, image, and likeness. They want to be able to go down to Pop Warner and say, hey, you know what? We'll do some training, some coaching, we'll do some fitness skills. And it gives the kids a mentorship, right? It's also an outreach program from the college perspective. So everybody's really digging this. Look at this. This guy's a college football player, Brady. He's trying to, sorry, high school. He's trying to get picked up by college. So what he's doing is he's putting in his stats, his GPA, he's putting in some of his highlights because he's trying to get picked up by a D1 school, right? So this is a high school athlete trying to get picked up. He's not in business. Maybe he will be in 10 years after college, but right now he's using this for a different purpose. My daughter's huge into soccer, so we want to make sure people can see, look, same thing. They can do training materials, setup, logins, meetups, different professions, okay? This one's a general contractor. So I want to make sure that that's very clear. There's so many ways to utilize this product that it's really beyond just what I'm kind of showcasing at the moment. So going back to where we are with the game changer, all those different retail things, those are preloaded, 17,000 stores, and each one of those stores opens up to something. Okay. So going back to it, let me show you, where did I lose you? All right, there we go. So let's go back over here real quick and let's pick on this football guy. Okay. And I'm going to go down and say Nike. Now, when it goes to the store, we got everything's being tracked. Now, let's say that he likes these shoes. Those are his favorite shoes. Okay, Brady? And let's just say that he really likes, this is his most favorite pair. He can simply go over here, right click on it. If I know how to right click, there we go. Copy. I'm going to go to my Facebook and let's just say that these are my favorite training shoes. Now watch what happens when I do this, Brady. This goes, if I hit next, which I don't want to do, this is going to be posted on my social media. Anybody who clicks this now, there's going to be a cookie that I can get paid from anything they do at that store for 15 days up to sometimes 3-4 months. Okay. Every store is different. Every retail is different. There's different commissions from 5 to 35%. Now, if you can make 10%, 20% off these types of posts, and these posts get put into social media, and then they're tracked on the other person's device for a while, how much extra free money can you get? Now, let me ask you a question. I actually bump into people all the time, and they're like, where do you get your glasses? Where do you get your shoes? Where do you get your watch? Where do you get those bands? Well, you know, maybe it's just conversation. I actually sometimes believe that people actually are asking because they want to go check it out themselves. Imagine if instead of me saying, go down to Macy's, I said, here's my phone, boom. And I just shared my phone. I mean, wouldn't it be easier if and again, my QR code would just be scanned, right? Or maybe I just do my NFC tap and then Brady would have the whole card. Think about how fast that would be that you'd then have access to all my people, right? So moving back over to the conversation and this pitch and this explanation, not only become preloaded with all that retailer for you, but remember all the contractors. So you get access and discounts and coupons to that. So going back into the benefits, the monetization, we don't really need to get into all the weeds. I want to focus on the affiliate offers. That's what I was just showing you. These are not companies you've never seen. These are very very large brands like Best Buy, Home Depot. These companies have thousands, if not millions, of products that you have access to. It gives you immediacy to go out there and make a couple bucks. Again, this is stuff that we've covered on our Wednesday night calls, so I'm trying to make sure we keep going through it. I just showed you all these different types of classifications. There's so many ways to use this product, so feel free to check that out. Go to the App Store and start playing with it. That's the key. Once you get it, you'll be invited over to the website. You'll be at that point, you can make a decision if this is cool. When the $10 and $30 cards come out, you can determine if you need any of those other features. The My Circle module, that's one of the features that comes out at the $30 level. This gives you ability to replace a networking function. It gives you ability to set up your own barters and deals locally. So for example, let's say that you're a realtor and you are sending leads out to plumbers, electricians, roofers, and pool companies. You can now set up all those deals in a trusted network. And then when your client buys a house, you can give it to them as instead of a piece of paper, you can give it to them. Hey, here's my entire trusted network of third parties. And this is live. So let's say somebody gets into a situation, you need to replace them. You can quickly go in the back office, toggle them off, put a replacement in there, and have this all changed out in 30 seconds. So it's very quick, very easy to use. And this also gives you the ability to go above and beyond. And if you don't have, maybe you don't want to use one of the preloaded companies, you have maybe your local cousin's shop or something. This gives you the ability again to go in and start promoting them and doing business. What it does is it shows your local community that you support them. It also gives you a way to promote them, and you do or do not have to generate income. It's something that it's totally up to you. It's your choice, right? That's where the beautiful part of this is you can set up a barter deal and just say, hey, every time I send you, X amount of deals, I want you to, work this out with me, or I want to get paid something. Moving forward, there is additional modules that make this thing sizzle, like this artificial intelligence CRM. If something needs that, maybe you're passing on a lot of cards, got a big network, you need to focus on having a lot of individual things. This will allow you to speak to your phone, engage the activity of the data play, which maybe you have 200 people that you've met. You can ask it to send a text message or an email out to those 250 people, inviting them to a Christmas party that's coming up at the end of the year. I'd rather do that than write 250 emails. It's a lot more efficient with my time. So there's also a lot of other technologies you pick up with this module that's more of a business deployment from a marketing perspective. We made these modules because if you don't need them, then don't touch them, right? We're not trying to force feed you stuff you don't need. What we do is we give you an amazing free product, and you really may not need more than that. If you don't, that's okay. You may be happy with it. But if you want to go ahead and take a look at the subscription plans, we welcome you to take a look and see if there's some features that make sense. But again, start with the free card. There's nothing better. There's no contracts. There's no termination deals. There's nothing. It's free. We believe there's a really good benefit to replacing the paper cards, killing trees, and being green is a big push here. We're standing behind that as well. Again, our pricing model, as I pointed out, we have a free card, and it has 90% of what everybody needs. If you need to go ahead and get into a different type of a split or add videos or redirects or get into a little bit more complex technology, that starts at the $10 level. At $30, you get a pay raise, and you also get the ability to monetize your internal network with that My Circle, as I was showing you, where you can kind of replace some of the people we preload with your own family members or neighbors or local businesses alike. Moving over in the My Opportunity section, we give you the ability to find other income streams right from the palm of your hand, such as maybe selling solar, life insurance, financial services, debt payoff, title. There's probably about 30 different opportunities back here that you get to monetize. And that's really cool because, if you have that passion in one of those fields and maybe three or none, it gives you a digital way to go make money very quickly. Those partnerships that we've been able to do are coming from individuals like these here. They're helping us get where we need to go much faster. It's a beautiful thing. The business model that we've incorporated here is a direct opportunity with a compensation plan. And we now have the ability to give you what we call the 3 and free. So at any one of our levels of paid subscription, you just simply, as you pass out the card, 3 people and you're at no cost. Going back to where we mentioned earlier, there is a rev share component that you could join our business model and get paid a percentage of the subscription that we're charging on a monthly basis. That's our way of saying thank you. We will be raising that probably in a couple of weeks to $200 as the rev share pre-launch is coming to an end, as we now are in both app stores. The pre-launch was just for the business side of it. While we were waiting for approval from the app stores and Federal Trade and SEC Commission approval so that the products could be sellable and commissionable to you. So now that those are available, we're now moving into the next phase of the business model because we are now able to launch the subscribed commissionable $10 product into the world. So the compensation plan, it can be kind of confusing. I don't like to use this one myself. I like to focus on the very simple dynamics of what I like to call the 3 and free, because that's what it comes down to. A lot of things could happen in the weeds, but you know what? I let things happen and fall. I can't force that stuff. So what I can do is I can say, if I really love the product, I'm going to use it. That's great. Number 2, I really don't want to pay for it. How can I get that for free? If you introduce it to 3 people at the same pay structure or more, you don't have to pay. You get the product for free. The cool thing is if you're on the rev share, the 4th, 5th, 6th, every person after 3, all that, we actually pay you now. What happens is, let's say that you're on the $30 card and 3 people's free. That's $10 per person, right? So the first 3 people offsets the $30 charge so that you're at 0. The 4th person, if you're on the revenue sharing program, I actually owe you 10, 12 bucks, right? And it would change based upon how many people in your network and so forth. So at the end of the day, it's pretty interesting because you can bring on over the course of a year 100 people, and I owe you an extra 1,000 a month. And there's, again, it doesn't have to take a year. You can maybe do that in a week, or maybe it takes you 3 years. How long it takes you is unique to you. The math is not. The math is straight math, right? So, for example, Brady, if you brought on 3,000 people, the company would share with you 3,000 times 10 roughly would be around 30,000 a month. Now, it sounds like a lot. Maybe that takes you a year to do it. Maybe you've got a social media channel. Maybe you've got a podcast. Maybe you've got a cousin that owns a business. I don't know. Maybe you got a friend who's a musician or a big follower. There's a lot of reasons that you may be able to pull. Maybe it just takes you 2 years to do it. I mean, maybe you just work every day for 2 years and you pull it off. But okay. The math of 30,000 a month, that's not changing. How long it takes you to do something may be different for every person. Now, that being said, we have a calculator we built. I'm not going to go through it right now. I just want you to know that it works, and I'll show that to you a little moment later. So I want to jump over to what we have over here. I want to show you the personal promo card. Why? Because this has become a new vertical that's exploded for us in the last couple of weeks, as the demand has actually shown me that the word business card for some people isn't that great. So what we've started to realize, that personal promotion card and the ability to showcase yourself in another way, because really it's almost the same thing. It's just a matter of semantics. But check this out. Watch how the athlete and everybody else starts to use the product, okay? See, the problem is that it's very fragmented out there. There's so many different things, there's so much noise. What happens is the MiCard puts everything back together like MySpace did. The problem is that MySpace was very difficult to create, and then Facebook and LinkedIn, all these other ones came out, and we just put drag and copy, cut and paste, and we put our pictures in there. Well, this gives you the ability to put all of you in one spot, your videos, whatever it may be, all your social medias, your contacts, your calendar, all of this stuff is just right there. And the cool thing is I built all those cards I showed you, Brady, in under 30 minutes. I have no coding skills. I don't have a background in technology development. I'm not a developer. Each one of those, if you could build a Facebook page, and I know every single person has one, then you can do this. It takes, like I said, I did it. I do them about 20 to 22 minutes. I like to say under 30 because maybe I have a learning curve. But either which way, it doesn't take much time to put them together. Most of the time took me to pick out the pictures and stuff I wanted to use of myself, right? So when it comes to the old promotion, we used to have old school trading cards like this. Now, all of a sudden, we get to look amazing. And it doesn't matter who you are. The digital fact that we have this new card in our cell phone, this new ability to have this device with us 24/7, it really replaces this. Now, why would you have this old school piece of paper you got to drag around when you could put yourself in, well, you're dragging around this anyways, right? So let's just stop carrying two things and just carry the one. We did the same analysis, nothing different here. The product is a little bit different because, again, we're focusing in this model a little bit more towards the athlete. The athlete gets to take advantage of all the same dynamics. They get to make the same choices. All the same things come together for the athlete under one roof. It still benefits them the same way because the athlete, maybe the student, maybe the influencer, like I showed you with Sadiq, he now has access to a total different amount of stores, right? Because this young lady, she now gets to focus on her grades and she gets to focus on her sport. She doesn't have to go out there and chase money and go out there and try to find deals with all these companies. We basically come preloaded and she gets to go right back to doing schoolwork and focusing on what she needs to be. And this is a way that she gets to monetize what she's been now licensed to do underneath new laws. I don't know if anybody's not familiar with it, but if you weren't a professional athlete, meaning if you were in high school or if you were in college, you are not allowed to get paid. That law changed in 2021. Big law change. So now high school athletes, and that's partially because Instagrams and Twitters and TikToks, all these things that you can make money on and all the abilities with all this deals, that's kind of what gave this new thing away. So through this process, we've allowing the athlete to monetize everything that they can. And you can see he's got Adidas and Gatorade and Under. These aren't deals that he's going to have to go work for. It's not going to take him months to do. He basically could load the card and be up and running in no time to do this. The affiliate offers, this is wonderful. It's a game changer. Again, we preload it. We just want to make sure that that's there. Athletes or influencers, we kind of just show them how they win. Pricing model for them, same thing. So again, just showing a total different light for somebody else. Again, back to the athlete, 2021, the NIL laws for every athlete. So again, think about it. There's so many ways to have this explode. So we want to make sure people totally understand that. Now, to support you, I wanted to make sure you saw a couple of the other cards. Here's what my card looks like. I built this, so forth. And we did this in a manner that allows people to compete, and everything's backed by our website. So you have the ability to go in through here and get the benefits, check out the affiliate program, join the rev share. You can explore this. You can watch any of our short videos here and get more information, the whole full story about why we created the product, why we care about this. And it's an entrepreneurial spirit. It's a way for everybody to offset inflation. We teach you more or less how to make an extra 5 or 10,000 a month. We have an entire club dedicated on making 10,000 a month and passive residual income. We try to teach you how to do this in 6 months or less. It depends on your action level. So we try to put all this stuff together, client engagement. We want to make sure that you have all the tools. These are just some of the companies that have joined with us so far. We have a lot of companies, a lot of agents. We have a lot of different professionals in different industries that are coming on board. So this will continue to grow, and that's very exciting for us. Moving through here, I'm going to go ahead and play with the rev share results for just a second. This is where we actually allow you to have access to that previous screen, and you can determine more or less how much money you can generate by utilizing this product. Now, what this means is how many people may want to also get a card and join the rev share. Well, maybe, and I like to say that a real estate profession is going to do 10 introductions a day, 300 a month. I don't think that's normal. We're the people that probably do a lot of talking. I think most people in profession maybe do say 2 or 3 a day. So if you're doing 2 a day and you're doing 30, that's 50 a month. So let's just say that you introduce this, you got 3 people a month that come on. Let's say that out of those 3, they only can get people to do it 2 because it's just losing traction, right? I want to make sure that we're making something very, very low. Now, how many of those people will then go forth? We're going to go down to 1, 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to copy that for how many customers. Okay. We don't want to make this too crazy. I just want to show you a very little action over 6 months of time. What can happen? What's an extra 6 months? An extra $490. Now that's with very little action. That's with you doing already what you're doing. You're already out there passing out your card. What's an extra $500? Maybe it's your car payment. Maybe it's paying your electric bill and some of your utilities. Well, let's go back real quick and let's make some adjustments because as you can see, you didn't qualify for any of your bonuses here. And I want to go ahead and see what happens if you take a little bit more effort. And let's say that you went to 5 and let's do 3 and 2. Okay. Let's keep it the same consistency and let's do the same thing we just did. And let's just see how much more. Well, at 2,200 a month, a lot of people on this call can start paying their mortgage or their rent or maybe get a new car. Again, this is very simple action, not a lot of action. This is just happening naturally. You're not doing anything different. You're introducing yourself. Here's my card. This is where to find me. And this is what I do. That's all that you got to do. And why would you not do that if you look this good? If you could look this good and out there passing, it's probably not good for me to use this beautiful young lady.
Yeah, that's kind of cheating.
It is cheating. So let's use this bearded roof specialist, Dylan. So if you can look this good, because it's not just his good looking looks, it's the card I'm talking about. So if you can look this good in a digital way in your presentation, why would you not be out there telling everybody what you do in confidence and ask them for their business so that you can make money, so that you can get ahead in life, put food on the table, and take your kids to Disney World? All you got to do is have confidence. Now, when I had this Savvy card, which is what they gave me, I felt that I had no control over the function. I thought I looked cheesy and I didn't want to give anybody the card. But as soon as I had a MiCard, I said, oh, wait, that's my CEO card. Let's go to my real estate card. When I had the ability to build a real estate card, now all of a sudden I have videos about how I take listing appointments. I have the ability to control the markets I move. I'm putting videos in here. I choose the videos. Here's when I was on HGTV. I have the ability to control this, okay? I get to put all my partnerships. I can't do any of this. These people can have me like handcuffed. We decentralize this. That's the whole concept. This is a decentralized platform that is preloaded with all these affiliate companies so that you can take advantage of it, monetize it, make money in 15 different ways to Sunday. And so anyways, you get the point behind the utility of it. So moving back onto it, if you decide to join us, you're going to go get your free card. Then the second step is we're going to teach you how to get your first 3 people for free to get your card for free. Now, one of the things that's very easy is you can take the card. Once it's all done, you look really good, you're happy. What you do is you send it out to people and say, hey, Sally, I haven't talked to you in 3 years. I'm updating my records. Go ahead and please save my new contact card and then share your information back. Now, it happens automatically because when they get the card and they hit yes and save it to your phone, to their phone, the next question is, do you want to reciprocate? When they hit reciprocate yes, then you've got that information, which is great because you may have Sally Jones and her phone number. But now you have Sally Jones, her office phone number, her cell phone number, her email address, her office address, because she's got more information that she just provided you this way than what you put in yourself, right? So now you've increased your data. You've got it into your CRM. Wait, did I say that we compete with Linktree? This is what you get with Linktree for free. And did you hear I just told you CRM and you got links and you're tracking people, you're building your network? Brady, I have to admit, and I don't like doing it all the time, I'm going to admit a mistake of mine. You ready?
Oh. No, I'm not ready for this.
All right, stop recording real quick. Just kidding. So for my 26 years in real estate, while I have become as high as ranked as number 32 in the nation of 1.6 million, as much as I've been featured on all this, you know what? I made big mistake. I never built a database because I'm actually a tech challenged person, believe it or not. And I actually didn't do something this whole time. I used to give out paper cards, collect them. You know where all the paper cards are from the last 26 years? I don't either. I have no clue. Although everybody's card is either in the trash or I've lost it the times I've moved. So what does that really give me? You see my point? Like now all of a sudden with something like MiCard, not Linktree, which is a free useless tool, we give you a free valuable tool. Now that tool helps you build your CRM. Now imagine if over the last 25 years, I had a database of 50,000 people versus I have a database of 1,000 people. 50 times the database. What can I do with that? Well, I can do a million things with that, right? I can make more money selling more houses. I can introduce more I mean, I can do a lot. So the key thing is better than nothing. You stop wasting your money on the paper cards. You move into the digital world. You look better. You move into the 21st century. Congratulations. You save the money because you're probably spending $300, $400, $500 a year on paper cards that go in the trash with no analytics, no back office, no CRM, no ability to make money off of all the preloaded affiliates that I put in there for you. So is this not a no-brainer if you can get all that for free? Again, you do replace your link tree, and every time that people go here, they see, well, instead they start seeing you. Like I put my card here. I'm trying to get Sadiq to swap his out so I could, but then I have to find somebody else to make fun of with their ugly link tree. So right now I'm using him as my ugly bait, to be honest with you. But
Not him, his link tree.
yes,
let's
his
be
link
real.
tree. Yes, I don't want him to beat me up. So ultimately what we've got going here is we want to make sure that you understand you can go get the free product. We have the rev share if this is something that's interesting. You want to learn how to make money. You want to learn how to make an extra couple bucks. I know that I didn't, let me go back to that. I didn't really show the one if somebody got crazy. I know that sometimes people think big, so I want to just go there for just a quick second, Brady. The other day I was talking to a guy who knows a lot of people, like Sadiq, who knows 4 million people, right? So I took the calculator and I had to max it out just because he knows a lot of people. He knows 4 million. I don't think you do, but obviously we're not Sadiq. So after that, they're not going to take the same action because other people aren't Sadiq. So what we did is we put these two things way out and we took everything else really small. And if he took massive action, boom, an extra $6,000, $7,000. Like it's so crazy. Now, Sadiq actually is totally different. He's actually got access to a total different calculator. So I'm going to do it real quick on what I actually showed Sadiq. I put a password on here because I don't like going through this and showing people how much money they can make because it's pretty crazy. And we do have to have legal disclaimers because at the end of the day, it's money. So Sadiq has the ability to go way past 20. So he can get into like the 100 range. So again, we built this to where he has the ability and we could show him how he can do some really crazy numbers. And when we start doing this for someone that's as big of an influencer, and you never know who know. I was talking to somebody that they know famous stars, celebrities, athletes, NFL athletes, NBA stars. Somebody told me, Kane Brown, one of the Kardashians, Kanye West. I didn't know every single name. I do not know. I don't know any of those people. That's my disclaimer. I know none of them.
Yeah.
Every single one of them or somebody in our network has said that they could pick up the phone and be a part of that. So we built this calculator to show them that they can make an extra couple $100,000 a month. Now, that's why I put this under lock and seal, because this isn't really for people that have, 5 followers. When you go over to Sadiq and he's got 4 million, we had to build something for a guy like that. So again, I just wanted to show you that.
Yeah, but just for reference, that was 4 million people, 250 signups. You could have somebody with 2,000 followers that potentially could have 250 people sign up. It's plausible.
Yes. Well, that's on a monthly basis. So, you'd have to do 250 per month. Someone like him, he could make one post and get 10,000 people in a situation. That's the power of today's influencer marketing, and that's why we decided to give the name or the business card another light, another vertical, if you will, which is the promo card, right? Because the promotion side allows Sadiq to come out there and look great, find all of his ways to make money, look all about him, put all the videos. He was actually telling me, Brady, that he was thinking about charging like $50, like a membership, to go work out with him. So you can see how he hits the curl, or how he does something to look like that. And he was thinking, out of the 4.1 million people, he can get 1,000 people to pay him $50. So Brady, what's 1,000 times $50?
50,000.
50,000 a month. So he's thinking he can make an extra 50 grand a month by using a platform so there's a lot of interesting things. So I'd like to turn over the last couple of minutes to you, as I've kind of shared with you a lot of information about how you can get a card. Go to the app stores. You can build them. There's a lot of different utilities. There's a lot of moving parts. We make it all available to you, which is all through the front end website. I've showed you there's how to use the calculator. So that's a really wonderful tool. If you decided to join us, we give you everything from training libraries, steps to success, how to use the card, how to find leadership in your community. All of these videos are made available to you so that you have access to things that you could share. We have inside of our back office, this is where you would go if you decided to join the revenue share. We have a little password on it for you. So it's not available to the general public, but back here, you do have access to all these ads. So these are done. All of your creatives done. You don't have to waste any money. This is a business in a box ready to go for $50. You essentially buy yourself a franchise, and you basically go out there sharing your card, and you now have the ability to make extra money as a side hustle without even stressing about it. And we give you all of these things available to you, extra video content, training, materials. So again, we want to make this as very easy as possible. So Brady, let's start working this out, and tell me what questions you got. Anybody got any questions in the chat?
So if anybody has any questions, feel free to go ahead and just type them into the chat. I'll be glad to ask them. Okay, let's just jump on some of these. Let's see what we got here. So here's a questions come up. Are you able to make multiple free starter cards?
Yes,
So
that's correct.
So I believe the only restriction on that would be it's by email address.
Well, I believe that you don't even have to worry about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, you can do multiple.
All right. Let's see. Next question. Can my card be linked directly to my online store so customers can make a purchase right after viewing my promotion?
Absolutely. When you say store, maybe can you get a clarification of what online store is? That where is that at? Is that on their personal website? Is that on any specific?
Yeah, let's see if they respond. Right now they just said online store, so I'm guessing it's probably, they're really probably treated as their website would be my guess.
So really what you're doing is this link here that I had, this URL, I can take this, right click, copy, and I think I should be able to go in here. I'm going to log in really quick. I'm leaving Sadiq, and I'm going to show you real quick. Am I still sharing my screen?
Yes, sir. I can see it fine.
All right. I got to figure out how to log into my Facebook. Okay. So I'm going to go home. Not now. Where's my home? Home, please. Switch. Okay, that's why. I got to switch over to my personal account, log into it. Lots of extra steps, but I want to show, hopefully I can show how this works. All right, looking at little teacup puppies here, buddy. All right, home. Where can I find my profile? There we go. Okay, you see right here, I basically loaded in here one of my business cards and some of my other stuff. These are just links, and you have the ability to take our link, our URL, which is right here, and you could share it by text, by email. You could take it and put it in your Facebook. We would love to have you replace it anywhere that Linktree is currently being used. Then you have the ability, because it's an app. Now the app will be on your phone. It'll look very similar to, I don't know if you could see.
No, it's not coming through.
Yeah, it ain't gonna come through. So because they're actually white, but you actually get a full app on your phone. It's downloadable, and the digital business card, you can kind of see my bald head there. So that's really what it is. So it'll be an app on your phone where it belongs. And then it also is a web-based system. So you do get a URL that you can cut, copy, and move it anywhere you'd like.
So that right there, I think, is going to be a key component. As soon as your card is created, that should be the next step that you do, is replace or place it on every social media profile you have.
Well, one of the things that we'll have out in the next couple of weeks is, again, as we're in these early phases, and what we're doing is we're hearing a lot of feedback. So we have a couple email addresses open, like support@micard.co. Support@micard.io is also available, and we allow you to send ideas there. And it will also allow you, if you have any technical problems, you can get help and assistance that way. But we've been hearing from our community as they're saying they like something at Popple, or maybe they like something at Dot. This is perfect. We love hearing your feedback. Some of these things are already coming out in roadmap. We have over 80 features coming out in the next, I think it's next almost 90 days, whatever it is left in the year, 75 days. So we have a lot of features coming out, but I'm sure could use a lot more great ideas. So you can always submit them through that support ticket. So hopefully that's another opportunity there, Brady. We can get a lot more help.
All right, let's move on to the next question. How does MiCard support sharing promotions across different social media platforms? How does MiCard support sharing promotions? And I guess that's more so in regard, really just how they're all tied in one location, really be the key there. So
Well,
how would you
I don't
answer
know if
that?
the person's asking if it's a dissemination tool. Is it, maybe say that
I think
question.
that's how I interpret it. It's probably more so, and feel free to correct me if I misinterpret this, but you know, one of the key benefits is that you're able to design the card yourself and then ultimately draw the attention to your social media promotions that you're doing. You can run, video ads, you can add in the video links that pull that in. So ultimately it becomes one location that has all of your different profiles, making it easy to cross promote. It's actually what we are internally calling what was it, cross training? What do we got here?
So I just typed this up in 2 seconds real quick, Brady. So I just literally made this up. I completely just made this up. So hi everyone. I've got a new digital business card. Again, I just made this up while we were, I just typed, and I don't even know if I typed pretty quickly, so it looks like I spelled everything correctly, but I literally just made this up. So to answer the other person's question, I can take the MiCard, go on to this. Hi, everyone. I got a new digital business card to stay in touch with me. Can you just click on it below? Now, when I hit post, this will populate. It looks wonderful. This picture is what I've selected. Now, when they click on it, connect with me on MiCard, boom. Every person sees this. It gets downloaded. It goes on their phone. Now, when they say, yes, click it, it'll bounce back on my side as a reciprocating double opt-in. That means I'm going to now get all of their contact information updated in 2 spots, one in the MiCard app, but also in my contacts. This gives you 2 databases to utilize in case one ever disappears. It's double backing up your system. It's very smart. So we're backing up your system, giving you 2 copies of your contacts, and we're allowing you to back up your records. Now think about this. I told everybody earlier, if you get 3 people, you're free. If I put this post, I will promise you, I will get 10 people to sign up off of this post, because they're going to click on this. They're going to see something they've never seen before. And I get 3 people, I'm free. I no longer have to pay the $30 for the product. Okay. So yeah, I pay my 50 bucks, my one time a year. I get in there. I'm in the business. I'm in the rev share. Yes. But now I want to go ahead and I don't want to pay for my card because I'm too cheap. I want to get this awesome $30 card because Ralph Perone's too cheap. I want to pay nothing. I want to look great for nothing. So our break even point is 3 and free. A simple post like this in any social media, you'll get probably 3 people, right? And you'll be able to engage them, look at their comments, reach out to them. 3 people in a month, 2 months, 6, it doesn't matter how long it takes you. It could take one day. You'll never have to pay for the card again as long as that continues, right? So that's a huge benefit. So Brady, I wanted to make sure that was known because that's a very simple way. You could always reach out, like I said, and say, hey, Sally, I haven't, talked to you in a while and I'm updating my records. This is a really easy way too. It's a simple post. It goes to 100 people. I have 5,000 friends maxed out on my account. So boom, I could put this out to a couple hundred people that may see it in the algorithm, but that's how we can work with the masses. We teach this in our course that we teach on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock. So anybody who joins the rev share, not only do you get all the tools, the back office, but part of that franchise in a business on a box is you're going to get training, weekly training, and we show you how to do things like this. Now remember the 3 and free. What happens on the 4th person, Brady?
You make money.
Make money. So what if tonight you went and got a free card, joined the rev share, then we had the $10 card released next week. You now get 10 people to sign up and I owe you $100 off of a post every month. January, February, March, that's $1,200 a year. You do one post and you just made $1,200, $100 a month. Now, could be a lot more than 10. I'm just making up numbers here based upon different scenarios, but just trying to make sure that these are real numbers, by the way. It's just different scenarios. So anyways, Brady, I hope this shows a lot of light of just simple how you could utilize the app, the link, share it with inside of the stuff, because I think when people think app, you really can't take an app and put it into Facebook, right? It's not shareable to put an app into Facebook. But because we went ahead and we also have duplicated the system as a web-based platform, you sure can with us.
I agree. Last one, I think this one kind of, the way it's written wraps it up. I think let's just button it up with this one. What do you believe is the quickest and easiest way, I'm taking a little liberty here, to promote MiCard as a business opportunity? So, they're saying, what is the easiest way to promote it to other entrepreneurs? And I know a lot of this is really what this whole meeting was about, but what is this besides sharing it on social media? What is another quick, easy way that they can share it with other entrepreneurs?
Well, it all depends. I'm still sharing my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Everybody has the ability to use technology. So we essentially partner with you. And as your business partner in the RevShare program, we are here to assist you in closing large deals. And we don't ask you to go at it alone, which means, for example, I was on a phone call earlier with Memphis University. That's a pretty big school, D1 program. Lots of students and FedEx is got a big thing in Memphis. So Tennessee's got a lot going on there. Now, what we've looked at in the situation is how can we partner with them? They love the idea. Now, I didn't reach out to them. One of our members, one of our existing revenue share partners did. They brought that account to us. We schedule the appointment. We work together. When that account gets closed, it goes underneath that person. So for example, when you get in business, these are some of the things that you have access to. This is your back office with all of your private link. This link is unique to you. This is your link that you share. Now, for example, I like to look sometimes at this tree because it shows me here. Actually, it's probably going to log me out because of the fact I haven't been in here all day. So yeah, it's not going to do it because that's what I thought. Let me see. I'll just log back in. Yep, that's what I figured. It's not going to let me go back in because of that. So in the back office, what you have is the ability to see your organizational structure. Now, I believe you can go one at a time, and you can do something like here. You can go, how you doing? I'm Ralph. Nice to meet you. I'm in real estate, blah, 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 blah. Go down to the bottom. If they say they like it, maybe they say they like the card, and you say, yeah, you want to get one? No problem. It's in small talk conversation. You just say, go down the bottom and hit that button. And that's all they have to do. That's how easy it is to promote it. You don't ever have to use the word sell. I don't like that word sell. It's sharing your own card. I want you to go out and say, look, this is who I am. This is what I do. I look wonderful. So let's say that I'm picking one of those other cards. Okay. So this guy's out there and somebody says they like it. Boom. They go down to the bottom and it takes them over to the page to sign them up. Okay. So we have the ability to track all that in real time. I have created this 1, 2, 3 process to join the MiCard and then go to my sign up page. When you get to the sign up page, it's all being tracked. Your name is automatically going to be populated. But again, this is onesies. This is one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. And those are great. We call those base hits. We need base hits in life. They keep us going. Not every time do we get up and hit a grand slam. And if we're only trying for swinging for the fences and you don't hit a couple times, we get depressed. So we always want to mix in base hits in between our grand slams. So a grand slam is maybe we take down an influencer, like I'm working on Mr. Sadiq. Oh, I lost Sadiq. We're working on Sadiq, right? So Sadiq, okay. So as we're working on Sadiq, I don't know him. One of our RevShare partners out of New York does, and we're trying to land this account. When this account comes, and let's say that it goes underneath the gentleman, Chris, who's working on it, Chris can make an extra 20 or 30,000 a month because of who Sadiq is. Chris did the work. He got this the introduction. I'm doing all the communication. I'm the one talking to Sadiq. But because we're in a rev share agreement with all of our partners, I'm very happy to close the deal because the company benefits and you do too. So it's a win-win relationship. And again, back to like Facebook or Amazon, those companies are platforms. We're a platform, okay? So just like them, they monetize you. They basically, you're the product. We don't want you to be the product. So what we're saying is look, we're doing our job. Our job is to provide a system and a platform. Your job is to go out there, introduce yourself and talk about yourself and promote yourself. And if somebody says, hey man, I really like that card. That's pretty slick. Where can I get one? Oh, just go down to the bottom. But at any time, if you see a bigger organization, like some of the things that I'm working on, Brady, this company has 65,000 real estate agents. So again, whoever asked that question about promoting the rev share, I'm in negotiations with this company for them to put me in their marketplace. When I go in their marketplace, 65,000 agents will have access to it. This company will be locking in their position. This company will make a compensation, a rev share off of every single person. So it was very easy for me to show them the money. They got very interested, puts this company in, and it's done. I've then moved on to the next company. So I'm working with this Ease. They want to put me in their same location. Then I went to this company, same thing. What's this one? I'm working with this one. So I'm working with all of these companies here. That's what I'm doing. I'm working with this guy's a national author. So I'm here to give you all the tips and tricks. You can go onesies or we could shoot home runs. I like doing both. But again, I'm happy to speak with everybody. We also do one-on-one calls. So those are available with scheduled appointments. And that's where we actually work with you on your database. We help you come up with a game plan, strategize how you can monetize the system. And we say, look, this is who you are. This is what you have done your whole life. This is your contacts. Cool. Let me show you how we could use that, everything that you've got going on, how we could apply this and we could change, some financial numbers for you.
And that's a way to wrap it up. That actually starts the conversation for what is our Thursday leadership class. So, we can probably wrap it up in a little bow and schedule that for tomorrow at 1 to build on that. Last thoughts, last comments, last words. I think, let me double check to make sure I didn't miss any other questions. And I think there was one other one I did respond to. So I think we're good on the questions right now. Let's wrap it up. Let's bring it home. And then I'll do a quick wrap up on the meeting for tomorrow.
I'm all set, man. I appreciate everybody showing up and your time this evening. Again, we try to make it very information. There's a lot of stuff going out there. That's why I go through all these different websites. All of this is available to you. All of these tools, resources, and again, we try to bring value. We want to make sure that you're finding ways to get off the hamster wheel of life. And if everybody finds ways to make a couple extra bucks, like I showed you an extra 500 bucks, 1,000 bucks, 3,000 for what you already are doing. That's the key thing that I want to leave home, I guess, Brady, and then I'll let you wrap it up. You're already basically passing out your information. You're already telling people, here's my contact information. You're already telling people, here's my Instagram handle. Here's my Facebook. You're already telling people, here's my business card. Hey, here's my website. You're already doing it, right? Number two, everybody that's walking around, you're already telling people that you love this TV. I love my couch. I love this grill. I love my, everybody actually talks a lot about things they bought and they don't even realize it. So could you imagine if you just were being compensated a little bit for what you're already doing? So again, I don't want anybody to think that we're asking you to go lift an elephant. No, I'm asking you to make your life easier because, you know, like the other day when I was talking to my mom, she's guilty of this, and this is perfect for her. She's in a lot of women's clubs, and when they get together,
You're gonna get in
not
trouble.
they talk a lot, right? And they talk and talk and talk. Where did you get your dress? Where did you get your lipstick? Oh, I love your earrings. Where'd you get this? And oh my God, you're so they always say Macy's and Bird, you know, they point to all these locations. I said, Mom, what if you were to put them here and you put the products here? So maybe you put Macy's as a whole retailer. You selected them, Mom. And I said, Mom, but what if you really love the one dress? You could put as many buttons to whatever clothes there, or maybe you want to do the links and you can come down here and maybe put links to. I said, Mom, think about when a woman says, hey, I love your lipstick, and you say, well, here's my card. You can go and get a pair, or you can get a glossy
Your own.
stick. I don't even know what it's called. I ain't wearing no lipstick. I ain't got no hair. I don't care. So when you do that and you're passing it out, my mom could be getting, well, commission off of it. Right now, this is what she gets. She tells people to go to Macy's and buy the lipstick or the gown or the dress or the necklace. But what if she just said, hey, I got it right here. They made a buck. It's perfect. So let's go ahead and understand that this is really not asking anybody to do anything new. It's just taking advantage of what you're already doing, getting paid for it. And that's what I mean by the decentralization is we're getting you. One of the things I didn't mention too, Brady, I forgot, is on one of the slides is some people ask, why does the stores do this? Like, why would they do it? Let me ask you, Brady, you know who Amazon is?
I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're one of the biggest companies on the planet, right? What they do is they have a giant distribution center that drop ships to your house. You know what Home Depot does? They have a giant distribution center that sends it to a bunch of big boxes that you go to. So what these big boxes are doing is they're saying, if we could drop ship like Amazon from here directly to the customer and we could save 30, 40% in the distribution chain, all those commissions, all that overhead and go direct to the customer, then we'll pay the customer part of that commission. So when people want to leave the call, I forgot about that because I remember the last week's call. A lot of people ask, well, why does all these people even care? It was a really big question from last week's call. So I don't want anybody to leave the call and think that same thing. So good, man. I appreciate your time. Let's wrap it up, Brady. You have a wonderful night. Everybody, thank you.
Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you hanging out through the end of this. I know we went a little bit longer than normal, but hopefully, you know, getting to see some of those custom cards. And we've got some more samples that we're working on. We're going to be releasing them eventually or here in the very near future. Great ways to get ideas on what you can do with the cards today. And then, of course, knowing that we're going to be updating the first commissionable product, hopefully within the next couple of days to the next week. We'll know more about that tomorrow. So on that note, 1 o'clock tomorrow, Thursday, our leadership class, be there. One last request. If you did get a text prior to this message or this meeting, reply to that text. Let me know that you got it just to make sure, you know, I'd like to see who all was on that list versus the other list that's going out tomorrow. Want to make sure we're getting all you guys into the system. So until then, we'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.